Now you would use a boosted post or a page post engagement 2 different times. Okay, the first time you would use it, well, not the first time, but one way you would use it is if you had a Facebook page that has been built up and there's some following and you are getting some organic traffic, and you post an organic post that just automatically does very well without any sort of advertising dollars behind it. Then you would want to boost that post in order to see some increased engagement. You wouldn't want to boost every post, because if you boost a bad post, it's not going to go anywhere. The other time you would use this, in my opinion, is if you have one of those unbelievable offers, okay? If you have, maybe you're doing a free plus shipping, or maybe you're doing a buy one, get two free. Because what we're going to rely on for this post is, or this type of advertisement, is we're going to rely on interaction. We're going to rely on likes and shares. Okay, now the benefit of doing this and getting likes and shares is this is one of the cheapest ways to get clicks, because if you see a post going around and people are liking it and sharing it, then it's going to increase your organic reach. Now you're still going to have to pay your fair share, but it'll increase your organic reach. And you can, realistically, you might see some people talk about, 1 cent clicks. If you get a post that does well, you can certainly get under 10-cent clicks, okay? So that's kind of the benefit of that. The other thing that's great about this is this does not look like an advertisement. When you do post this, it will say sponsored up here, but for the most part, it looks like a post. Now, when you do another type of advertisement with Facebook, most of the time, it's going to be a 1200 pixel by 628 pixel image. So that's going to be more of a rectangle. Now, when you boost a post, you're going to get a square image, and your image should be at least 800 pixels by 800 pixels. You can go a little bit bigger as well if you want, but I wouldn't go any smaller. And the idea is that this bigger square image will kind of stand out. It doesn't look like an ad as much, and it will get more attention. But once again, you're relying on something cool here. You can't just put sale 50% off and expect a page post engagement or boosted post to do well. So the first way to do this is obviously, you set up your post. One tip that I always recommend, I didn't do it in this case, but if you go ahead and you can post on your laptop or your computer, and if you go back in, you can edit this post. You can always edit the description up here. If you go and do this on your smartphone, your iPhone, your Samsung, or whatever you have, you could put emojis in here as well, and that works out really well because it gets a lot more attention as well. And then you just done editing whenever you'd like. Okay, so once you get your post all set up, you might do something like a picture of the product that's available or something like that. You might say limited time offer, and I've talked about this in other videos as well. But limited time offer, free plus shipping, or get this product free, just pay shipping. Okay, and then the first thing you can do is you can go down here and you can just simply boost your post. And then it's going to give you some options here. You can add a button if you want, like learn more, sign up, shop now. And typically, I don't like to do that. And you should always test, of course. But typically, I don't like to do that because I'm trying to keep this look not like an advertisement, okay? So I usually don't do that, but you can do whatever you want. If you have some audiences in here, you will see that they are available. But what you want to do is you will always want to edit your targeting, okay? And you can simply do this. You can get as specific as you want. So let's just say for the purposes of this boosted post, we're going to automatically default to your location as well. So let's just say we're going to add the United States here. And you can add as many or as few as you want. But we're going to add the United States here, and you can target men, women, you can target your age group. In general, the younger is going to get you more likes and shares, but less conversions. So you kind of want a combination of the two, and it all depends on your product. And then down here, you can type in interests. The easiest way to do this is if you can find a way to target your direct competitor. That's the best way to go in this instance, in my opinion. There's other options as well. So say if you're selling jewelry, like affordable jewelry or something like that to 18 to 27, or let's just say 18 to 24-year-olds, you might type in interests as like Forever 21. And then it'll start giving you suggestions as well. Urban Outfitters is similar, so you can add that if you'd like. American Apparel, you can add that if you like. And this is just going to be very general, okay? You're not relying on super heavy or specific targeting here. So I would just add a bunch of direct competitors to whatever your product is, and then just save it away, okay? And then as you scroll down, you can say your budget, how much you want your budget to be, and you can choose whatever you want. If you want to do $5, you go down here to choose your own and type in $5. Then you can either have it run for 1 day, you can have it run for 7 days, you can have it run for 14 days, or you can have it run till as long as you want it to. And it says how many estimated people you'll reach per budgeted day. So if we're doing $20 a day, let's say we're going to reach 1,700 to 4,600 people of 1.9 million possible based on our targeting that we selected up there with the Forever 21 and the Gap and all that stuff right there. And then, so simple as that. And then after that's ready to go, you just hit boost and it'll be ready to go. You can see what it'll look like on the desktop and the mobile newsfeed just to make sure everything's looking good. Once again, you would have your link to wherever you wanted people to go actually in the post title, and then you would just hit boost and you would be good to go there. We want to cancel that promotion, and you can see, if you just edit this, you can put a link to anything right there. Just always when you're doing your links, it's great to just say, what you want to do is you just want to highlight, copy the whole thing. That way you get it right. It's either HTTP or HTTPS. That way you don't mess it up. And then you just Control V, paste it, and done editing. And you can see that becomes a clickable link. So as always, if you found some value in this video, please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you. And as always as well, I put super helpful and relevant links down in the description below. So make sure you go ahead and check those out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.